This video is sponsored by PCB Way, but more on that later. Hello, Randy Rain here, and a while back I already did a video on the up-down change-around roller coaster, and I tried to make my own tracks, but the molds didn't really work all that well. So, have I figured out a way to do it? No, I just bought another one. But I didn't mean to. It wasn't on purpose. I found it at Goodwill, believe it or not. So I got a good price on it. I got another one. I got all my tracks. Got more tracks. I even got another command system where I can charge it. And another little car, little train. So I'm going to make an upgrade package. It's going to be the automatic up-down, change-around roller coaster. Let me get started. Hey, they stole the battery. Someone took the battery out of here. Now I gotta find another battery. First thing to do is get this little car going, and I know there's a little tiny gear inside there, and I had to remake that gear. See the other video I did on how I made the mold, but I bet I'm going to be using it again. Uh-oh. Not only is it corroded, missing the battery, probably the gear inside is split. There's also some of these tires split as well. And you have to pop these off to get this open. Go ahead and pop that one off. And this one over here is split. Okay, I don't know if I remember this from my last video, but I guess I was supposed to desolder this first. It's cracked, and you can see it looks like a regular gear, but that's actually smaller, real small. I need to make another one of these, and I think this is the side I should have took off because of the way the gears are going. I'm going to go ahead and mold the gear again, even though I already have one from the last time. But if I'm molding this, might as well mold that as well. The way this works is there's two connectors here. And so if you imagine a battery is here, positive is here, and it's going straight to one side of the motor. The negative comes down through here, comes up here, it's going to here, and this is supposed to be connected to here, which then goes to here, which goes to the switch, which goes to the other side of the motor. And then when you come into station, one goes to here, which is positive. When this gets pushed, it stops and disconnects from the motor, so it turns the roller coaster off. But this isn't right. These should be connecting, and they're not. And you can see it's kind of gnarled up down in there. There it goes. And then it should disconnect. Yep. Then reconnect. Alright, next to tackle that is stuff. You can see it already working. I have my 2 wheels and I've got a good gear. You can also see how well this came out. All the corrosion's gone. Look at this microscopic little orbiting gear. That's tiny. So to put this back together, let's see. The ratchet goes there. This goes onto the ratchet. Let's see. This there, I believe. And this goes to there. This little spring goes on the bottom here. That's a good wheel. That's a good wheel. And then I put my wheels up front. And check this out. It took me 2 battery stores to get to, but I found one. These are called 1/3 AA, so they're 1/3 of a AA battery. Rechargeable, because they're only 1.2 volts. Alright, so now's the fun part. How to make an automatic station. So it needs to come in, this gets activated, goes for a certain amount of time, that's up, and it travels on. I have here a little infrared sensor, and I've moved this thing all over, like down in here, inside here, up in front, you name it. And I think, because here's what's inside one of these. So this is going to get moved. And this is the battery compartment. And so this piece fits over. And so I think I'm going to use the hole here for the button. It's going to get this thing. So it's going to get here. There'll be a little circuit will be in here with the infrared on the end. It gets mounted here. Have some little doodads for the top. And so I've found that this orange here at the front, it's too far away for it to detect. The blackness absorbs the infrared, so it doesn't detect that. And it doesn't detect till it's right here. And so it needs to activate right here. And if it moves forward a little bit more as it goes, it's perfect. So I think that's the best way to do it. Okay, so first I need to glue this down. I think I want to paint this, of course, so I think I'm going to paint all this right here. So I'm going to take this off. Okay, so I need to clear out everything from this wall on and from this wall, leaving, of course, the screw post. Uh-oh, there's a post here that goes right on top of that. So this has got to go. I've got some 6-minute epoxy. I have it mixed up, but I'm going to let it sit for just a little while so it starts to harden, just a hair. I'm going to use the epoxy to try to level it off as much as I can. So I'm going to take some clay, protect that spring right there. I also want to take some petroleum jelly and smear on that piece of clay so the epoxy won't stick to it. Oh yeah, it's starting to thicken up. Put a piece of parchment paper. Alright, so I got the motor installed. There's a little brace here that keeps it in position, and then this can screw in here. On here I have a disc that is off-centered, this one here, and it's going to push up against that. And then I have this disc here, and none of them are secured. I can actually spin them on the shaft right now. But you can see if I hit some electricity, then I have this piece, which is going to have the little IR sensor. And I've divided this one in half here. So I'm going to paint this black on this side. And then this is going to get mounted here. As this spins around, the IR detector will detect the black and white. So it'll know if it's out or not. So now it's time to build the control for this thing. And that's the same time to talk about the sponsor, which goes hand in hand because the sponsor is PCB Way, who made these cool little PCBs. See, I figured out that I do the same thing over and over again. So I built a 6 input, 6 output for the pickaxe chip. And now all I have to do is populate the board and boom, I'm done. I don't have to do the 14 pin, I can do the 8 pin and I get a 3 in and 3 out, which is what I'm doing here. And I've used PCB Way several times here. Check these out. This is another one of my boards that I use all the time. I created these, I uploaded the file to them, and boom, I get these. It's dirt cheap. So if you're like me and you just used to use breadboards all the time and you didn't think it was viable to get these, well, you're wrong. This is the way to go right here. So all the things that you do all the time, you can just have these boards made. And like right now I'm working on a motor control, so to go forward and backwards. I do that all the time and I do it the same way. Why don't I just make a PCB for it? So go check out PCB Way. It's a cool company. So you can see what I have here. Here's some resistors. These are all 1Ks for inputs. Here's 10Ks to keep them to ground. A capacitor goes in here. And another little capacitor. And those are for the voltage control, which is 5-volt voltage control, or voltage regulator here. So the inputs here. So positive and negative of any voltage comes in. Gets turned to 5 volts positive, goes to here, and then this side is ground. There's another 1K resistor, and then going to a nice transistor here, which is going to be turning on the motor. Now for the other two outputs, they're just going to LEDs, so I don't need to go through a transistor. So I'm just going to jump them. I'm going to use the resistor for the LED. And now I want to put a mark at the highest point. So here's what I have so far. I have the PCB board from PCB Way, the sponsor. It works perfectly. The sensors in here, motor system. I added another 5-volt regulator over here for the sensors. And the other sensor is in here. When it first starts off here, it's resetting, which it's not right. This should be over here. So I'm going to try moving it there. Well, let's go this way then. That's pretty good. Okay, that's all the way this way. Now the sensor over here, that's pretty good. That moves it over. That's charging now. I think I have it at 15 seconds eventually. I think I need to reprogram it one more time. There you go. And there you go. And see if you have to reset it from here. Charging, charging. Alright, testing. Our green lit up. Then charging. So here is my setup. It's a little bit bigger than a normal up-down change-around roller coaster setup because it's 2 kits almost complete put together. So it is bigger than normal. But I have here, starting at my automatic charger, it comes out, it goes up the hill, and you have a double. Usually it's only a single, but this is a double. It goes straight back down, goes back over the hill, makes a turn, comes through, I don't know what this is called, but it kind of comes up, over, twists, down. Then you kind of go over a bunny hop, make some turns and wiggle, and then you come into the manual charging, and then you come back around to the automatic charging. So a long time ago, Six Flags over Texas used to have a roller coaster kind of like this. I mean, it didn't have a charging station, of course, but each train did have a motor on it and a wheel, and that's what took you uphill. There was no lift hill with a chain on it. It plugged in, it had some contacts, turned the wheel on, and that's what took you uphill, except it didn't go like this. It actually spiraled up like that and then went. It's called the Big Bend. It's old roller coasters, long gone. Anyway, there it is. The up-down, change-around, roller coaster, automatic charging upgrade kit. So if you like this video, please give me a like. I sure would appreciate it. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. There is, of course, a Patreon. That's why I want to thank these people right here. These people right here are helping me. These people inspire me. These people are allowing me to do this and show you how to do creative things like this. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope these people enjoy it. I thank them so very much. See you in the next video.